I wanted to start this video diary, video log, whatever you may want to call it, um, hopefully weekly, just giving an update to where I am. That way I can look back at it later and really see my progression. So in December 15th, I graduated from the University of North Texas with a degree in interdisciplinary art and design studies with a focus in design management. So I did this degree because it would get me close to being an art director. And I wanted to be an art director, and those people are the ones who really control and lead art presentations that you see, like commercials and billboards and things like that. And I really wanted to focus on the way that Black people and politically oppressed people are perceived in the media, because I find it very interesting how the media really warps the way that we think in real life. And I wanted to change the negative perception of Black and politically oppressed people. So I did that, but I've always really been passionate about African American studies and history and social service and social justice as a whole. And I've also really been passionate about travel. And during my junior year of university, I found out about the Peace Corps, which was pretty perfect, actually. And I spent my entire junior year and senior year really networking and getting prepared for the Peace Corps, the interview process, the references, all of that. And I got the job for the Peace Corps. I was first invited to Myanmar to teach English abroad, and that was really exciting. But also at the same time, I had just gotten back from Italy that entire summer, and by the end of it, I was just kind of tired. I realized I didn't really want to teach. I don't want to be a teacher. I want to work with education. I'm not really sure what part of education quite yet. I haven't really done my due diligence on learning the different jobs and the different job descriptions, but I knew that I did not really want to teach. So that was that, but I was still proceeding on with the Peace Corps for Myanmar. I did all of my medical and ended up not passing my medical exams. So the doctor that I needed to see every 6 months would not be in Myanmar, and I was actually invited to go to Thailand and Armenia. So which countries did have my doctor that I needed. So I accepted my invitation to Armenia, and I was supposed to leave for Armenia on March 18th, 2019. And that is when the government shut down. So I had gotten my invitation for the Peace Corps. I had accepted my invitation, but the day that I had actually accepted my invitation was the day of the 30-something day shutdown, government shutdown. And that really, I wasn't able to get in touch with anyone in the Peace Corps at all. They had my passport from when I was supposed to go to Myanmar and couldn't get my passport. There was absolutely zero communication. I would email them and I would get a message saying that they were mandated furlough. So that really, it rubbed me the wrong way. And also there were some family issues that I was having that also put a little bit of a damper on my excitement for the Peace Corps. And so ultimately in February, when I was offered the invitation again, once the government opened up, I denied it. So because of this, and because I spent the entire year and a half of my final years of university, I did not have anything really set up for if I did not go to the Peace Corps. Luckily, my mom allowed me to come back to her house to stay here, live with her, and save some money, and to just get a job locally. And I decided to go against the Peace Corps because at that time I felt the reasons why I gave you before, but also because I felt very compelled to work within the country and within the community that I want to serve, which is really the Black community and the politically oppressed in the United States. I've also had conflicting thoughts on, leaving the country to go help other communities when there's so much that needs to be done within the States, especially where we are today in this political climate. A part of me just felt guilty for leaving, I guess you could say. So I moved to Cincinnati, my hometown, to live with my mom, and I'm here now. You're in my room, but still, some days, I just moved here last week, so it really hasn't been much time that I've been here. And within this past week, before I came to Cincinnati, I had looked up some council meetings for the city at the city hall, and I have attended those meetings, and I've really met some great people at the city hall, work for the city hall, but I did it with the intention on just learning and researching. So through the connections that I've met is really dawned on me that I do not know exactly the direction that I want to go in. I don't really know much. I do know that I want to serve the community. I know that I want to do something political, possibly, and I want to do something with education. And that's about all I know. And some days, even though I feel like I have made progress with some of the things that I've done, I still feel very, very lost. And I also want to do something with art, but I still feel very lost. A little bit regretful for not going to the Peace Corps because it was set in stone and it was very clear on what I would be doing. And now I'm very unsure. So I'm still trying to be positive and really make a way for what I want to do, just like I did with the Peace Corps. I worked very hard to get in, and it is very difficult to be accepted by the Peace Corps, let alone get multiple invitations to serve. So I'm really trying to look at that as a positive thing, that I was able to be successful in that sense, and that I'll be able to be successful here in Cincinnati. It just might take a little bit of time, definitely more than 1 week. So I am happy to continue this journey and to record this journey because it is very difficult when you're in school from 5 or 4, 3, all the way up until you're 22, 23, 24, graduating university. It is very difficult to get out of this routine structure that society tells us that we have to do, and to really get out of it and try to figure it out on your own. It's very difficult and it's very common, but it's not really spoken about. No one really can prepare you for these emotions, especially if you don't have a job lined up after you graduate, or you turn down the job that you were looking forward to doing after graduation. And I think that it needs to be spoken about a little bit more. And I feel like in order to be a successful individual in personal relationships, in community service, networking, jobs, it is very important to be transparent. I've always been pretty transparent, a little bit too transparent at times. But it is a hallmark of my personality. I'm like an open book, and I don't want to get rid of that. I think that it is very special and very unique to me. So if you are interested in this journey, I appreciate your time, and I appreciate your patience and your thoughtfulness, and really just figuring life out with me. So thank you.